Hello and welcome to Saturday. I talked about it last night before I ended the vlog, but today we're doing a breakfast and movie get-together with the four of us since we're the only ones here in Raleigh. Everyone else is gone. So I made eggs and toast and bacon and hash browns. So we're gonna eat some of this. Haley and I also got up this morning and went and got donuts. So there are so many donuts. And we haven't really decided what we're gonna watch. I figured we might try and find a movie none of us have seen.
We could watch like The Breakfast Club.
I've never seen The Breakfast Club, so that would qualify for me. So we decided to watch the Netflix film Falling for Christmas, 2022 straight to Netflix movie starring Lindsay Lohan.
Triumphant return.
Is this the triumph?
It was. She
wow.
was not in anything for 3 years.
Okay. So last year we watched a few like of these types of Christmas romantic comedy nonsense cookie cutter films. This was atrociously
so
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Like terrifyingly bad.
Like,
two characters that have absolutely no chemistry at all fall in love in an extremely short amount of time, which will leave you, the viewer, going, but why? It is astounding how awful this film was.
Felt like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it felt so long.
We were like, it's almost done, right? And then we looked, and it
There was
at
still
an hour.
30 minutes, yeah.
And we were like, oh,
like
God.
A Christmas Night, good one. That's a good one. That one's great because it's super schlocky, but like the characters actually have like chemistry and like there's a reason why they like each other. And this one had just nothing.
I mean, this
Holiday would have been better.
like Christmas Night also like is not a super great movie, right? But like but when you compare it to this,
Significantly better.
you're like, man, Christmas Night is like Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Like compared to Falling for Christmas. Like this
Yeah.
film was awful. And the funny thing was we were trying to decide what to watch, and we had pulled up on Rotten Tomatoes Falling for Christmas and Holiday, and we were like, oh, I wonder what we'll do. And Falling for Christmas was so much more highly rated by critics,
I don't know what critics were thinking.
which means
They were paid
either
off.
the critics were
They were paid.
paid or stoned, or Holiday is really bad.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an exciting prospect. I want to watch Holiday soon because it might be.
This?
Yeah, it might be a lot worse than this.
Oh, boy.
Next weekend.
Oh my God, this was so bad.
This just really made me appreciate Christmas Night.
Man. And I think one of the thing about watching these types of movies is that like every 3 minutes a character says something that makes you like swear out loud because it's so insane and so cookie cutter, and it's awful. Everything about this movie and all movies like this are terrible. It is an atrocity to cinema, and I hate them, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching it.
It's fun sometimes to talk over a movie with your friends and then just sit with your friends and go, ah.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
your
It was a
MST3K at home.
Yeah,
you know?
that's kind of what we
Basically,
did.
yeah.
And like I'm making fake food for my nibblings, so I had
we
things
show
to
some of
sell.
that before?
I have no memory.
I can't
Maybe. I
remember.
think we did.
Maybe. Anyway, well, that was bad. But I think overall, both a good use and terrible use of 90 minutes. I think the last clip was also on the couch, but now it's dark. Today was good. Mostly took it easy. It was Saturday game night, so we played Broken Phone, and it was the most unhinged Broken Phone we have ever done.
Sure was.
Like everyone's books
Started wild and went more.
Yeah. Almost every single book has really wild starting prompts and just goes in crazy directions. Two things I wanted to mention before I end this vlog. First off, apple fritters are rather hot. I threw an apple fritter in the microwave for 30 seconds, and I'm like, this is delicious. Like they're good room temp, but they are amazing when heated up in the microwave. Holy crap. And then the final thing is that we just finished season 3 of Futurama. I think maybe I had mentioned that we were watching Futurama. Mal's always been a big fan of Futurama. I also enjoyed the show. I hadn't seen it all. Mal hadn't seen it all. And she's like, what if we watched that? And I was like, okay. So we just finished season 3. Not a whole lot to talk about other than it's a fun show. It's still funny and still largely relevant. And Mal and I were talking about the fact that it's interesting to watch a show that, I mean, the first 3 seasons covered 1999 to 2001. So you're watching a show that's over 20 years old, and it's interesting to see them talk about like future stuff and then see what has come to fruition in those 20 years since then, and like
The jokes from 2000 that, like Napster.
Yeah. There's definitely things that are extremely time specific.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing about watching a show like this that's going to be doing a lot of pop culture stuff, is that if you didn't grow up in the era that the show ran, it's not going to be a confusing show, but like you're going to miss out on a lot of jokes. But I was alive during all of this, so like I'm getting the jokes. It's interesting, it's fun. So we're going to keep watching it. Futurama has such a wild history because it was on for a few years and then it was off for a lot of years. And then it was
movies.
Then it was back on for a little bit. Then it was off for like a huge stretch. So I'm interested to see how it changes and evolves over the course of that time, because it's just a wild show run. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?